Hi, my name is Alex, and I'm founder of Dispatch Training Center. And today is one of those days when we are sharing the reviews from our students. We do the white hour classes in a smaller groups and we do practical sessions. So what do? While we post our trucks, we make phone calls, we go and discuss what's happening with the market, what is the trend lines, why do we book certain loads, and why we never gonna book some loads. We go to equipment and we refresh. We take all the information that we got in the class and we put kind of in the use, right? So theory, we are putting in the practical skills, using load boards, getting all the tools. And today was our first group. Tomorrow we're gonna have our second group and the third, but hopefully you guys can see the real students, the real reviews, and also decide, is that something you want to do? And it's always kind of nerve-breaking for me as an instructor because those reviews are real. Everybody's different. And I am always worried, well, did I do a good job with this class? Did I actually found everybody's pluses and minuses and what they need to do to improve? Because we are all different. Everybody's studying differently. But with every class, I am personally getting better and better because feedback is important for me. Also, we are always updating information. Like one student already told me, well, Alex, I've been watching you for a few years. I've been a truck driver. When COVID happened, it was so many trucking gurus, all of these instructors, all of these schools, and everybody was bragging about trucking. But after market crash and we are going through survival mode, where are those instructors? Where are those trucking gurus? Well, because reality kind of sucks. Most of them were faking the information and data. And because of that, a lot of people who paid for the classes, they never became a dispatchers. And simply why? Because they were never taught of basic foundation about how to do this, no matter if market is high or market is low. Well, hopefully I'll see you in my next class. Do you guys see that questions still gonna be the same? Because if we do not know, what if that's commodity which is not covered, right? What if this is floor loaded? Correct? What if this is need driver assist? So do you need to verify that before you ask for the price?
Yeah.
Okay, so then let's say we verified how heavy, blah, blah, blah. So when he told you that it can deliver Monday and it can deliver from, let's say 7 to 2, yes, it's kind of first come, first serve, but do you need to kind of verify that so sir, it's first come, first serve? I can show, oh, they might be open by 2, but maybe you need to make appointments. So do we need to do that too? So can
Yeah.
you, yeah, so is this first come, first serve? Do we need to show them that we know the terminology? Yes, is it first come, first serve? Wow, okay. So now, before we ask for the price, can we make it sound better? Look, it's picking up by 3. Can you kind of already show him that this might be a good fit for you and for him? Well, we are empty, we are close by, and we definitely can make the pickup. Would he start thinking about this kind of better than other people calling him who are far away, right? So do we need to advertise that we do have driver empty, close by, we can pick up on time, we can deliver on time on Monday, right?
Yeah.
Yes? Yes. Okay. So then you ask him what? How much he pays?
Yeah.
No, you did not. You said,
Yeah.
let me go check to see how much everybody else pays. Well, did you have to do that before? We already saw that. Did we do that, guys, together, right? We went and we actually made the post in Los Angeles exactly to Rhode Island, and we saw only what, 5 loads. The highest was paying what, 6,055. So if I am a broker and you calling me, and then you telling me, oh, let me go check what everybody else pays. What do I think about you? Did you kind of did what you supposed to do already? You supposed to check that already, right? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. And then he's throwing you that number. How much he said in the beginning?
6,400.
64. What did you tell him, friends, after that? Without me screaming on the back back there. Did you
Uh,
had the number in mind?
no,
No?
no. I
Why?
was not having a pen mic, so I was waiting for him to get done so I can go meet him to somewhere higher than that.
Somewhere where?
For I probably asked him for 680, like actually 68 or 67.
But when would you ask that? Because I kind
Asked
of told you on the background right away, right?
because when I asked him how much he paid, and he told me this is how much he paid for it, so I was waiting for him to get done, and then you speak up after that.
Yeah, I know. But did you, before you were calling, I want to see your piece of paper. Did you do that calculation? Don't tell me that you already had it in your head. You did not prepare, right? So what we guys had to do? Let's go back. So before we were calling and we're ready, well, approximately we have what, 3,000 miles, right? We
Yeah,
need to be at least at what? We go back to that average payment, right? So that's why we did. What did we do? Did we look right here? Right? 67.53, 227, but we already were talking today and we said this is the lowest number. So for us to get to that 69.68, where should we be? At that 71.72. So look, he started from 64 because I asked for how much?
72.
72, and then he went to what? How much?
68. 8.
68 or 69?
68,
68. Within how many seconds?
like a few seconds, like
Few
three.
seconds, $400, right? So if you would still, if you already know, well, you could have pushed it probably to 7 by validating what? Well, we can get set up. That's why we ask. Are we set up? Right? We had to make sure. Are we set up? So if we are not set up, you could have said, well, we can get set up, but can you meet me at 7? Do you see how fast 64 already became 68? Don't you think that we could have pushed another 200? Yes,
Yeah,
we are ready with those numbers. Are those numbers magical numbers? No, that's a preparation, right? So, friends, good job that you took like, yeah, I'm ready to call. But now do you understand that before we're gonna call, we always gonna do this. And in the beginning, guys, I want you to write down everybody pays this approximately how much so you're not shocked. So when he tells you 64, you know to start with 72 because ideal is end up with 7, right? But when
yeah,
you take a chance and say, oh, let me check what everybody's pays, or let me do this, even if you would put him on hold now, let me put you on hold, that number should be already there, right? Oh, I check with my management. The lowest we can go is 7,000. Can you meet me there, right? So you have that wiggle room, okay? But what we are missing? Without commodities, without knowing the weight, without making sure we can pick up and deliver on time, this would not make sense. So doesn't matter if it's a short load, doesn't matter if it's a reefer, flatbed, step deck, we always go back to the same routine. That's what I'm trying to put. But did he do a good job? Yeah, he did a good job, right? Good job, right?
maybe.
Tell me why dispatch, and after today, what do you think is the most challenging about this? And what do you need to improve you personally?
My confidence. I mean, I've been doing all the lessons and review and read and watch. It's just me just putting it all together. It's coming together. So, example, as France was doing the call, I find myself following the script like you give to us. Because when you said who
That's not
wants
a script, that's steps. Let's correct
yeah,
it. That's
I'm
not a script. I never do give the script. It's a
sorry,
steps.
the steps. And so it just all comes down to my confidence because I think I know it. I have it in front of me. I look at it every day over and over. It's just,
Okay.
this is new to me. This is
This is
definitely,
new, but today, when they were calling us, well, when we ask the question, can they really do something like, yeah, they can hang up, they can be rude, right? But then we're gonna go find something else. Is that part? Is anybody scared about that part? Well, you call, they call. I mean, if you're scared, then you should never be in logistics, right? Because it's not gonna work, right? It's gonna get easier, correct, Sophia? After one phone call, because friends only did one, I bet the second time it's going to be better. Third time it's going to be better. After 1 week, he's going to be a pro and he's going to know what he needs to check on, right? So we put him under the spot, and that's why he receives 5 star today, because he said, I am going to do this. So that means that he wants to try it. He has enough. But knowledge is coming back, validating information.
yes.
But let me ask you this. After you took the class, from beginning of the class until today, do you think that you have enough foundation to actually one day to start, build confidence, polish your skills, and actually become pro dispatcher? Do you think you
Def-
have enough
Definitely.
foundation and tools and kind of build logical thinking to do it correctly?
Yes, definitely. Because when I first started, I absolutely zero, knew nothing, nothing, nothing. And so from the first day of class till today, I can say the foundation is there. So I can build from that foundation now. I feel I'm getting a little bit, confident. I know my stuff as we go along in class. I can, even though sometimes I don't answer out loud, but in my head, so it's just that confidence to speak, come out
Okay.
and speak.
So, do you think it was worth of you investing in the class, or you could have just went and start dispatching people?
Could not have the best investment I've done. I could not have just go out there and do it by myself. Definitely
Let's
not.
go back to me as an instructor. Would you actually recommend this pushy, direct Ukrainian girl who is kind of very direct, but not because I am mean, just because I want to actually change trucking? So, would you recommend our training and me personally?
Of course, definitely. Definitely. My daughter, sometimes she's in the background and she hears you and she's like, oh, I like her. I like her. She is on it. She's listening somewhere in the house there. So yeah, I would definitely.
Okay. Do I think you are able to do it? Yes, I do believe you have all the potential. You just need to refresh, organize, and just go for it. Well, thank you for choosing me.
Thank you.
Let's go to Angela, our smiley girl today. She's smiling. You know why she's smiling? Because she did not have to make phone call, right, friends? She was not under that pressure. We'll see in January how is that gonna go, because we're gonna start from smiley faces. Angela, what do you think? You come to dispatch totally without experience and totally from different industry. What do you think? Do you like it?
Yes, I do. And from coming from the coffee part in the warehouse and then transitioning to this was I had no knowledge at all. So on my end, I feel like I need to get down the where the commodities come from, the regions, and then I could probably work it a little faster. And the transits for sure, as far as the distance, I finally kind of got that down, the cost per mile.
Mhm.
That's a little better than what it was because I was sitting in my seat one day like, oh my goodness. But besides that, yes, you are great. And I'm going to continue. So I do have my foundation down. I have my notes. I have all the emails that you sent us. I just got to put more time into studying and then getting it together, pretty much just balancing out my life with it. But
Yeah.
that's the main thing. It's just putting more time to it, but I'm so grateful. Thank you.
Oh, I'm grateful for choosing us. Plus, again, you've been there every class, you try your best, and you're gonna go back. Now you know how it goes, right? In this kind
Mhm.
of settings. So you know what to polish, get extra time even to work with a Google Maps. For you, if the transit still make a kind of hard for you, just do what I told you. Choose 7 bigger cities. Let's say Chicago, Dallas, Miami, Newark, Los Angeles, and start like, okay, take another big city, Miami, and then look, start dividing really fast. And after a while, you're gonna see when you know that it's come from California, let's say, to all the way to East Coast, well, it's 5-day transit no matter what. How you would deduct, doesn't matter if it's gonna be Seattle or it's gonna be Los Angeles, kind of from the same. If it's from the middle of the country, goes to the beginning of East Coast, well, it's 1-day transit. If it comes from Chicago, this area goes down, well, it's 2-day transit. And then it's going to be easier for you right away because when you look at their rate, you know, well, rate per mile sounds and transit should make sense. But it's gonna take you a while. So just go and do that map and calculate. So before you go, you like put a little mark. Well, it's 2-day transit. If I pick up in the morning, today is Tuesday morning, it should be Thursday morning. But if you pick up Tuesday night, well, then it's not gonna be Tuesday morning, right? So then you have to be realistic. It's gonna be Thursday night or Friday morning. So you kind of already prepare. When they throw those dates at you or prices, you're not surprised. You know what you need. Well, remember the first lady today going to Maryland. Pickup was impossible, delivery was impossible too. Sounds like, yeah, if you look at the miles, right? If you look at the price. So there's a lot of moving parts. But thank you, Anne. Of course, we're waiting for the review from you. Lydia, look at you. How's that going? With getting insurance license, studying so hard? What do you think?
Well, I just felt like I mentioned before to you, I found what I was looking for when it comes to in your class. Be wanting to find I'm a hands-on person. That's how I learn. So I'm getting all that I wanted when it comes to within your class. But it's the way I'm learning is going pretty well. So, but yes, I thank you for that. So, but yes, I'm learning like 2, 3 things at the same time, but I'm managing. So I'm really hard on myself when I'm learning, when I put my mind into something. But yes,
But
it's
actually,
gone.
what is it gonna help her with? That multitasking we're gonna do in dispatch all the time, right? So if she's
Yes,
able to do 3 things at a time now, let's say my class, preparing for dispatching, whatever else she's doing, if you can manage 3 different things, well, that dispatching is gonna be easy when you start. Because do you see, guys, how much multitasking we have to do even in our mind, checking this emails, this and this. So you already ready. You were missing the knowledge. I'm very thankful that after you sign up for that webinar for just one type of equipment, and when we were talking, that you kind of figure out, well, I don't have that foundation, because otherwise you would start, you would make so many mistakes, and it's so hard to come back after somebody, because usually it's who is gonna hire us first, friends of friends, family, right? And when you go and practice on them, do you think they ever gonna forgive you that you kind of put them out of business? Not
yes,
really. So that reputation is very important. So thank you for understanding that and investing in yourself, taking
yes, ma'am.
advices and go for the license for insurance, and probably safety compliance for you would be good. So you can have that kind of one-stop shop would be also beneficial when you're done with this little stuff right now. What do you have? You still have
Yes,
to remember to balance your life, right, Ricky Rich? Holidays are coming, so smile, go shopping, go for walks. Why do I say that, guys? A lot of times we are so stressed out. Sophia is like, oh my God, I really need this job. And when we're not balancing ourselves, when we're forgetting about ourselves, we are so stressful that even if we can do it, we cannot do it as a humans. So always try to have a balance. If you said that you're gonna be study hour a day for dispatch. Don't push yourself for 3 hours, because you know what's gonna happen? The first hour you still remembering. Extra 2 hours, your brain is already not really getting the information. You kind of just wasting 2 hours. It's better to be realistic. 1 hour a day, but a good starting. Because I've seen overachievers, and you're one of them. So don't kill yourself. Go back. 1 hour a day is good enough for you, right? So just go and stay on your schedule and goals. Like, I'm glad that you found us, and hopefully we'll get a review from you. Thank you. Let's go to our big boys. Big boys, man in this industry, dominators in the trucking industry. What did we learn today, Angela? That girls are better dispatchers, faster negotiators. We can make up stories, but it's still boys are dominating in this industry. Let's go to Ricky Rich, big boy there. Wow. Why dispatch, Ricky Rich? You are muted. What did you learn? And are you coming back to trucking? Because I know you already been in trucking, come back. You don't really know. What is the plan now?
I mean, I'm still in trucking, but it's just not on commodity side. Um, man, it's a lot. You give me a lot of knowledge, and I have to go back over and still read everything again because it's so much. I Before I learn anything, I need to tell you that I do need to learn more about the commodities, like the other young lady said. Learn where the commodities come from, where they're going. Get over my fear of talking to you guys, even on the phone. Uh,
Well, remember, right now we on video and I'm recording you, so it's little pressure. When you're gonna be on the phone, do they see you? Even if you sweat, even if you're gonna change colors, even if you sit like this, they don't see it. So just remember that. They don't really see that. So
okay.
even if you have to stand on your head to make it easy and make that phone call, do whatever it takes. So that's gonna be over, right? So that's something which after two, three phone calls, after two, three loads, you will find this video on YouTube, and he's like, oh my God, me now? Wow, I'm making phone calls right and left. So that's something you're gonna figure out. Well, knowledge is there, but what is the bigger picture now? So do you want to come back as a dispatcher, as an independent dispatcher, as an owner of the trucking company, maybe go back to insurance, or what is a big picture for you now?
Well, I'm staying on insurance. I'm keeping that. I want to be a dispatcher, independent dispatcher.
An independent.
I want to be able to get faster with the maps and the quoting. And I did learn. I appreciate the fact that you gave us the knowledge of the highways because I didn't know about how dangerous certain highways were at certain times, and that would definitely help keep my drivers safe.
Okay.
You know?
So after all, would you recommend my class?
Yes, most definitely.
And how did you find me?
YouTube.
Oh, YouTube.
I
Okay.
seen you a couple times on YouTube. I went by.
Okay.
I seen some more people. I like, I heard you again, and I said that's her. But then I called you. Yep,
You
I
called me.
called
And then you called me. And of course, you did not survive. I'm a good salesperson. You call me, you are signing up for that class. So, guys, if you're not sure, you probably should not call me because you will end up signing up for the class. So maybe you should watch me for another year before you're ready. But thank you, Ricky Rich. And we're going to our start today, and then we're gonna go to Miss Vincent. So, friends, calling today, signing up for this. I'm moving from what? You moved from Florida now to Indiana. Wow, change of weather. Sun is not shining.
you.
Why? Why dispatch? And what did you learn today?
But from that, I learned a lot from you. Because as a truck driver, I've been driving for 2 years and a half. I never know that I would be able to do that. It was after I sit down with my wife, I tell her that I'm in truck distribution industry, so I want to be a dispatcher. And she was sitting down with me, or you really want to do that? I said, well, since I'm in the industry, so I want to doing that. So I still want to driving
Mhm.
truck, but I would doing as a part-time job to continue doing dispatcher because I have a lot of friends and my brother-in-law, they are driving truck. My brother-in-law have is on truck and a flatbed. So when I tell him I want to go in to sign up for the class, he keep pushing me to go. He
Okay.
said you can give you a better load. No, I tell him I'll give you the worst load so we can be not be a good friend. So
No, you're not gonna, after my class, you're not gonna do that, but you probably gonna be realistic of what he wants and what is there, right?
yeah. So learning from you, That's giving me more motivation. And I was looking online. So when I looking at the class, there was a dispatch class in Georgia.
Mhm,
So I was looking at you. I don't know if you remember when second time call you
mhm,
and ask you for the information and you say you're gonna email me. And the same day I got home and I spoke with my wife and she said, yes, sign up for the class. Because I was gonna sign up for the class that would be starting in September.
mhm,
So that was my birthday and she said we're gonna travel.
mhm,
So I skipped that and I was gonna go to the October classes.
mhm.
And I think this class was canceled or it was full or something.
We pushed because again, people
Yeah.
want, travel in end of the summer.
Yeah. So learning dispatcher from you give me a lot of experience how to build,
Mhm.
how I'm gonna go have more time to for my wife. Cause I've been driving a truck. So like today I'm supposed to be at work. So since I got the schedule, I just tell the guy he wasn't happy. But I tell him it's either you fire me today or you give me the day off. Cause I'm
Wow,
not
look at him. He's determined.
because I'm not gonna give up for what I want for a job so I can get another job. But I cannot fight what I missed today. So from the missed call, he's a little bit like frustrated for the first time. I was like shaking. By listening to you after that, it's give me a more experience to be like calm
Mhm,
and ask the why question
mhm.
when
Yeah.
I'm calling and make me learn that first time always a big deal. So once I keep doing that, so you're not gonna smack me again. So
No, I'm
it's
gonna be there like a little angel. Oh my God, he's
yeah,
good. He's a pro dispatcher. He's not a desperate. So see, I can have two different presences. I can smack you from the back, or I can say, wow, pat you on the back and say, proud of you. And that's what I want to be. I want to be a proud instructor and teacher for all of you because I gave you enough foundation. And if you follow those steps and you're gonna get better, you're gonna be pro dispatcher. And the big picture of pro dispatcher, making sure that we cut nonsense out, making sure that we do what's best for our care, sometimes not even good for us because it's easy to just get rid of the truck, right, friends? Just book the load for today, but is that gonna be profitable for this guy? So
no.
most of the dispatchers, they just want to book because they don't want to spend an hour making connections. But that's not the way because believe it or not, that's why a lot of people switch the dispatchers. But when you do the right thing, they stay with you and they also afraid, oh my God, are you never gonna quit dispatching me? No, because you know what you guys doing. And then they bring you business, right, friends? And that
And I give two people I give them your information. They probably gonna sign up for the class coming up in January or February.
okay, sounds good. Well, make sure they mention your name so I can give them extra discount.
I will do
Okay.
that.
So make sure, but in general, look at this. You recommend me, correct? I just want to make sure.
Got you. I got your picture on Facebook. Don't worry. With the techie, even you don't share with your student.
With 5 stars, right? You're giving me
Yeah.
5 stars. I'll take you, friends. Let's go to Mr. Vincent. So, quieter, quieter person, gets kind of on edge when I am calling his name and always turns off his microphone because he's afraid she's gonna ask me another 10 questions. So now it's your time to tell me the stories, the dreams, and experience.
Um, yeah, taking a class was pretty much everything I thought it would be. I have a background in trucking, did tanker, hazmat, and that side is a little different than like dry van. Um, like I actually took a dispatching course before, like previously, when I was driving like with another friend, and it was kind of more like they were gonna kind of do it. It was more on them. But even after doing that, I don't know, like it just was okay. It's like this is like the basic information, like how to book a load is like a small portion of it. So even just from like joining the class, getting like actual like market data, like you said, learning where commodities come from, like where this stuff comes from, just like the understanding of that from like the beginning class, I was like, okay, like this is what I was looking for. Like, you know, then I remember joking with my friend too, like some of these other people, like they had like after COVID, they had the training courses. Then it's like their social media dried up, or you could kind of tell like where y'all at, because I feel
Yeah.
like
Where's all
they
the tracking gurus are, right? Where's the
yeah, like
tracking gurus?
yeah, things are good, and it's like y'all probably back in the office struggle. Like there's no more classes, or so I noticed like your channel was like you still post, like it's still going. Um,
We still
with
get the real reviews, right? Not the
yeah,
fake ones.
yeah. I was
Every
like
class
this,
we go, we still get reviews and from the real people.
yeah. So I was like, I need her. Then I saw you had like the IFTA course if you sign up to. So like just like the IFTA and like the compliance too was like things I thought about. I was like, man, this is good. Like I never really thought about like learning that too. Um, I never really thought about the insurance until you mentioned it. Like that is a good idea. Um, so yeah, it's been good. Like I still got a lot to study and learn. Um, I would recommend for sure. And yeah, like there's a lot of like I teach you how to dispatch, but it's like like how you say regular dispatcher versus pro dispatcher. It's like yeah, the other stuff is like you're just gonna be okay. Like it's like there's not the detail, or there's not like just small things, or even like you saying, "All right, you got a new MC. These are the brokers that's gonna work with you," or there's just like even just small information that I've learned that no one else is kind of saying this.
Because
And
we
like
are on a mission to change tracking for the better. That's why my videos are so long and I tell the information, right? Even my family, they're like, Mom or my husband, why do you do that? They're not gonna sign up for your classes. I said, if they listen to me and they see how much I'm already telling them in my long videos, well, they understand that they're gonna finally put it together. For people who really want to do it, they will invest money. But hopefully other people will listen, because what are we looking for? We're looking for everybody go to basics, right? If you negotiate, if friends negotiate, if Angela negotiate, if we all understand that this is nonsense, well, after a while, brokers will need or pay attention to details as well, right? Because I mean, if we have more good dispatchers, pro dispatchers, easy is gonna be for everybody. And you are right. When the market was high, how many channels, how many dispatchers, how many classes were there? Because even my cat, my poor Max, could have just meow and book the load without even talking. Meow, my MC, mama, mama, boom, load there, because it was no negotiation. But even then, when the market was high, do you think they negotiated and pushed to what they could have pushed in that market? No. But now, what do I see now? A lot of people who were dispatching in COVID, they're out of the business. Why? Because they have no basic foundation how to do this correct. So they don't know the tools, they don't know how to build a relationship. A lot of them quit because now they cannot do this job. So, guys, I can tell you this, when you start in a harsh market like this, you will be the real pro, because now instead of one phone call, how many phone calls, friends, we need to make to actually find that load? 10, 15, right? So we're gonna get that experience and we're gonna learn that faster. That's why people who learn now a star now, you always gonna be the stars. Those stars already gone. They went up really high. All the fancy gurus, all the little conventions they did, and where are they now? I don't see them anymore. Where are they? Because they cannot even compete, because there is no foundation like in any business. Frances' wife is a nurse, right? If she would just pretend to be a nurse because, oh, everybody needs a nurses, but if she doesn't know how to do certain things as a nurse, can she work everywhere? No, she cannot. Same as a dispatcher. So, Miss Winson, what do you think? What are you looking for? Independent dispatch service, adding safety, just trying to open trucking company. What is your big dream?
Eventually own a trucking company, but right now just independent dispatching, like safety compliance, and yeah, I'm already just in logistics, or it's like I care, like I just want to be able to help drivers out. I'm like pro driver, I'm a driver, so I understand how it is. Just be able to actually bring value and know what I'm
Value. So
doing.
look at this. He said, I want to already change. I am the driver. Bring the value. Can he use that when he's going to be connecting to the driver friend, same as you, right? Well, I became dispatcher because I've been like you and I've seen all these minuses that dispatchers not paying attention to. The brokers take advantage. So that's why me as your dispatcher, well, I am also going to remember all of this what we go through on the road. So don't you think the driver is going to go for somebody who just say that they're a dispatcher, or they're going to go for you? So that's what that's what you should use. So get personal with that message and people will come to you. So for him, this is going to be his kind of getting me here, right? Well, I've been a driver, I've seen struggle, challenges, I learn, I know how to do it better. Come and let's change trucking for the better, right? It already sounds great. Same with the friends, right? Getting back. Then also we have to add going back to for some of them. For example, friends also can back getting connection with what? People from the same background, correct, friends? Well, why? Again, going back to what? I know where you guys come from. Let's say you're struggling with this. I can do better, right? Angela, well, she's bubbly. I have to this. So now, what do you guys to do? Holidays are coming. What everybody is gonna be bragging? What are you guys gonna start talking everywhere? I don't care. Sometimes you go to the bar. Are you gonna start mentioning, I am pro dispatcher. I learn, I know. You go to the birthday party or you go to Christmas, right, Angela? You think, no, they already, well, mention it. Why? You never know. You think that like third cousin, he's not in trucking, but he might know what? He might know once and five people who is looking for dispatcher. So start telling them what you do. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid because you guys know what you're doing. You guys learn, you invest. And of course, it has to be positive. For Lydia, for example, wow, her big advantage, speaking French. Also, she lived in Canada before. That's a big advantage for her to concentrating on what? Companies who go to Canada, come from Canada. So extra knowledge there. And there is her niche, right? So all of you are my shining stars. So Miss Vincent, are you recommending me?
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. But I'm not going anywhere. I'm here to change trucking for the better. But I would like to get a review, like, share, or comment. And let's change trucking for the better through the education, through making sure that we have pro dispatchers, making sure that we have pro drivers, and that you are part of this big circle, which we call trucking industry. And you need to learn as a pro dispatcher what you have to do to make sure that this circle is still circle in the end of the day, that it's not becoming star and your trucks are in areas where you cannot find reloads. It actually does become a tri-hole and not just a triangle to call it tri-hole, and that you actually doing what the best for your carrier, not what is best for you as a dispatcher, not just to book the load, but make sure that this carrier will survive. Find us on YouTube, Dispatch Training Center. Find us on TikTok, Dispatch Training Center. Find us on Facebook, Dispatch Training Center. Find us on other social medias. We are still the same. We're not changing the names. And it's still me, Alex. I might be having the different color, not being blonde anymore, but I still have the same knowledge, the same expertise, and actually the same mission. And my mission is to improve this industry. I love you guys and see you soon.